So news YouTubers TheQuartering and Keemstar are fighting yet again on Twitter. For those of you who've been following my channel for a while, this is nothing new. But what makes this argument more interesting is the fact that it resulted in TheQuartering accusing Keemstar of being pro-pedophilia. So how did this happen? Well, it all starts with Kyle Rittenhouse. Yes, the guy who was found not guilty in murdering two people during a Black Lives Matter protest, as it was proven that he had to kill them as an act of self-defense. Due to the fact that this action of self-defense happened at a Black Lives Matter protest, obviously this event was very politicized, with the left advocating for Kyle to be guilty, and the right saying that he isn't guilty, which is what the verdict ended up being. So it's to no surprise that the left-leaning Hollywood actor Pedro Pascal ended up memorializing the two people that Kyle killed in a tweet that says, Joseph Rosenbaum, 36, and Anthony Huber, 37, murdered August 25th, 2020, rest in peace. Now initially looking at this tweet, you may not see anything wrong with it, but if you actually look up who Joseph and Anthony were, you will see that these people Kyle killed in self-defense just so happened to be a pedophile and a wife-beater respectively. So with that in mind, regardless of what side you were on in the Kyle Rittenhouse case, it is really weird to say rest in peace to a pedophile. Which is why TheQuartering tweeted out, when you and the family tune into Disney Plus to watch The Mandalorian, remember that the main actor Pedro Pascal is mourning the death of a man that anally raped children. A literal pedophile, a violent pedophile. He did so publicly. Now before we move on, me reading out that tweet definitely got me demonetized, so I'd like to announce that this video is sponsored by Atlas VPN. I'm sure many of you guys know what a VPN is at this point, but for those of you who don't know, VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, and what this essentially does is create a shield between what you're accessing online and yourself. But the reason I like Atlas VPN in particular is that it doesn't just stop my data from being seen, but it also stops any malicious data from being sent your way. For example, it blocks all malicious links, ads, trackers, and Atlas even notifies you when someone is trying to steal your data, so you can actually see the effects of how this VPN is improving your safety. And once you purchase the Atlas VPN subscription, you can apply it to an unlimited amount of devices. So if you know someone who doesn't have a VPN, you can share your account with them. And all of this can be done for only $1.39 a month for 3 whole years. This is a limited time offer, so if you need a reliable and affordable way to protect all of your devices with a single VPN subscription, be sure to not waste any time and go straight to atlasv.pn/boblax so you can take advantage of this 3-year limited deal. And if somehow you're not satisfied with it, there is always a 30-day money-back guarantee, so in my opinion, there's no reason to at least not try it. So again, be sure to go to atlasv.pn/boblax, and I'd also like to thank Atlas VPN for sponsoring this video. Anyways, let's get back to the tweets. This feud started when Keemstar responded to TheQuartering by saying, this guy claims to be fighting SJWs and cancel culture, but he acts just like the people he's fighting, clown emoji. TheQuartering responds by saying, Keem going pro-pedophile, eh? Bold move. Likely a good decision to retire. If you want to learn more about what he's referencing, I'll have a video about Keem's retirement in the cards up above. Viva Free responds to Keemstar by saying, what part of TheQuartering's statement are you disagreeing with, Keemstar? TheQuartering responds, I mean, I don't mourn the death of violent pedophiles. I guess that's weird to him. I never called for the guy to be fired. I just pointed out a fact. TheQuartering then quote tweets Keem and says, didn't figure Keem for being pro-pedophile. Like, literal pedophile. Not just the people he slanders online. Yikes. I also never demanded Pedro lose his job. I didn't demand he be cancelled. Keem has been pissed ever since I called him stupid. It's his biggest insecurity. He may have money, but the guy is an idiot. I peed in my basement. Tipster quote tweets TheQuartering and says, I like you, Jeremy, but this tweet ain't it, dog. TheQuartering responds, hey, maybe one day Keem will let you make a video on his channel. I get it. Tipster quote tweets him and says, Keem offered to let me host Drama Alert. I declined, but go off. Keemstar then responds to TheQuartering with this video titled, Reality Check.
TheQuartering, aka Jeremy, you and your fans have lost your goddamn mind. Forever, you've been saying you're against cancel culture and you're against the social justice warriors. You're against going after sponsors and all this other shit, right? Well, apparently some actor made a claim, rest in peace to the fucking pedophile that Kyle Rittenhouse killed in self-defense, all right? So you got upset about that and you want to call the guy out. But instead of calling the actor out, you decide to put out a tweet saying, oh, when your family is watching Disney Plus and they're watching the Star Wars series, be reminded that the lead actor is a fucking pedophile supporter or whatever. Why did you add Disney Plus? Why did you fucking add that he's in a Star Wars series? Why didn't you just talk about the actor? Because you're being a social justice, cancel culture warrior, fucking hypocrite. That's why. So I call you out for that, and your fans then respond, oh, I guess you support pedophiles. You know who else acts this way? The cancel culture fucking pieces of shit all over the fucking internet. Your fans are just like that. Now you respond. You, Jeremy, yourself respond and say, I didn't think Keemstar would be pro-pedophile, but I guess he is. You are a social justice warrior, cancel culture, fucking moron, just like everyone else on this goddamn site. You are no different than the people you call out. Look at your actions. Look at your tweets. Look how you fucking act. Look how your fucking mindless sheep fans act. Look what they say. Look how they spin narratives. You're all a complete joke, and only Keemstar lives in base reality. Thank you.
Grim Undem responds to Keem by saying, for those of you refusing to understand, he's saying go after Pedro as a person and not his career. The Mandalorian has nothing to do with this. TheQuartering responds to Keem by saying, Keem, we have all seen the young women you date. I get why you might sympathize with Pedro Pascal. He then quote tweets Keem and says, Keem doesn't understand cancel culture at all, and is just salty he got ratioed by trying to defend Pedro. Let's mourn a child rapist, Pascal. TheQuartering then shows that his reply to Keemstar ratioed him, and he captions it by saying, I just peed in Keem's basement. Captain Buzzkill responds to TheQuartering by saying, so you can never point out people are shitty without being part of cancel culture? TheQuartering responds by saying, no, you can. Keem's just dumb. Full Trex responds to TheQuartering by saying, nah man, honestly Keemstar has a point. There was no reason at all try to act Disney Plus in The Mandalorian of one actor's stupid tweet. You could easily criticize himself rather than being SJW and target Disney and tried to make him lose his job over it. TheQuartering quote tweets him and says, never said he should be fired. Full stop. BDWit22 responds to TheQuartering by saying, there's a difference in saying the N-word 10 years ago and currently supporting known child molesters. Keem is dead wrong here. Keemstar then responds to TheQuartering with a Twitter video titled, Two Bitches on Different Teams.
Did you just say, I ratioed you? You're just mad because I ratioed you. You know who else ratios me? Hassan Piker. Why are you and Hassan Piker completely different fucking spectrums of the political landscape, Ratio and Keemstar? I don't know. One, nobody fucking likes me. I've accepted it. But two, you kind of cheated in all of this. You and Hassan Piker, both of you. Because you're political fucking hacks. Which means you come out and you say, I fucking love Trump or I love AOC or whatever the fuck. And you automatically get support because people are on the same fucking team. You have bad takes like Hassan Piker coming out saying, yeah, I love socialism, I love Bernie Sanders, but then he buys a $2 million fucking mansion or some shit, right? He doesn't give any of his fucking money to the people. Giant hypocrite. He doesn't get called out because he's on a team, so he gets team support. You're against cancel culture, but you're out here fucking calling out Disney Plus. You're calling out the fucking Star Wars series. You're literally trying to get this fucking actor fired, right? Huge hypocrite quartering, but you know what? You ratioed me. You want to know why? Because you're on a fucking team. I'm on a team. I'm on this guy's team. Support me, guys. No one gives a fuck about your ratio. This is man shit between me and you. You're fucking wrong. And I know it and you know it. You fucking ugly little bitch that got fucking slapped by a man in a fucking dress and got so salty, your pathetic ass went to YouTube and raised money to sue the guy in a dress that punched you. That's some bitch shit. You're a bitch forever. Never forget it.
TheQuartering responds to Keemstar by saying, I just peed in my basement. He then makes another response that says, you totally like you don't care, Keem. Lol. Maybe make another video saying you don't care. Yes, I was assaulted. Ask the guy how it turned out for him. Give him a call from the pool with your shirt and hat on. I just peed in my basement. He then quote tweets Keemstar and says, cope. Punish Dog responds to TheQuartering by saying, you were literally just Hassan Piker if he was right-wing, laughing my ass off. TheQuartering quote tweets him and says, I'm in way better shape. TheQuartering then quote tweets Keemstar's video again and says, yes, I was violently assaulted by a leftist/Antifa guy while my back was turned because he was a real tough guy. Are you pro-assault now too? Maybe look up how it ended for him. Here's a hint. Badly. Point of order, he was not wearing a dress. check the police record. He also taught self-defense, ironically. Keemstar never ends up responding to TheQuartering past this point, but he does indirectly respond to him by retweeting a Nicholas Diorio tweet showing that TheQuartering responded to Keemstar by saying, "I just peed in my basement." And that is about it for this feud. Pretty funny stuff. I would love to hear your guys' opinion on this in the comment section below. Do you think TheQuartering has a point? Do you think he went overboard? Do you agree with Keemstar's take? Or do you disagree with it? Whatever your thoughts are, I would love to hear them in the comment section below. But before you do that, if you could subscribe to this channel and leave a like, I would appreciate it a lot. And if you're interested in following me on more platforms, I frequently tweet on Twitter and I stream almost daily on twitch.tv. Anyways, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.